Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Brendan, and we are here today at Nelson Creek Reserve, somewhere between Riku and Greymouth. But yeah, look at this place, stunning. So I thought this is a good place to introduce you to my trailer. And here is my trailer. And so we'll just start at the start, at the front. So all of the supplies here I got from TWL. Just a local place that sells stuff, and I've got a little level here on the front, so when you can level the trailer so you can figure out the best position for sleeping and cooking. And then on the top here, this is a 300 watt solar panel, so flexible, and I've made it so that you can take it off if you like, and shift it to a position that's better to get more strength from the sun, more charging current. So anyway, for that, I'd just like to point out that everything I ordered from AliExpress, and I probably saved about $3,000. So everything I ordered, all the connections, all the hinges, all the door locks, everything, everything's from AliExpress. So anyway, sorry, going back, solar panel, 300 watts. And that runs, cabling runs internally through the wall, and runs down here and charges these two big batteries here. So I've got about 120 amp hours, deep cycle batteries. They're about 10 years old. I got them from someone. And so we've got an inverter here, which is our 230 volt supply, which powers up our 230 volt fridge in the back. And we've got a 12 volt supply which does the lights, and 12 volt power, which I'm yet to tap into really, and a fire extinguisher for emergencies. I didn't really know where to put the fire extinguisher. I thought, like, that's a good place because this cabinet's almost always unlocked, so I can check on charging currents and stuff. But so there you go. Right. Moving on, about the construction. Okay, so the thing itself is plywood. We've got 18mm ply for the walls, and the ceiling is actually 9mm ply with 30mm polystyrene, and then 9mm ply for the ceiling. So I've been able to run all the cabling internally through the walls, so that's been able to hide everything. And the coating on the top is Raptor bedliner paint, and I chose this colour because I wanted something that would blend into the natural environment but wasn't too dark and didn't look too army. So I don't know, it's the colour of dry grass, I suppose. So yeah, moving on, hinges. This is an outdoor air vent, some cool locks there. This device here swings around here, keeps the door open and locked in the open position. Mud guards I got from TWL again. The tyres were $50 each from the scrap dealer, and I got 3 of them, so I'm yet to mount the spare. But yeah, I put this no step sticker on here because, you know, there's always that guy that will stand on it because they want to have a look what's on the roof, and they'll stand on it and then they'll dent it, and it's dented forever and you'll never get that dent out. We've got an exterior light here that we can use, and I just put this hook on here because sometimes you got a towel or a jacket or something you just want to throw and there's nothing around to throw it on. So moving around the back, right. I did make the whole thing myself. I welded the entire frame, did everything, painting, grinding, cutting, welding, the whole lot. Did that all myself. It was really fun. I enjoyed it. So I welded this receptacle in here for your bike rack. So the bike rack goes in there so you can take your bikes on holiday with you. So that's, you know, thinking ahead. And then into the back, into the galley. So you can lock these, but we lock everything up for travel just in case. And so that comes up there. It's on gas struts. Okay, so you got your gas struts here, and then this is the galley. You say, what's that big hole there? Well, that big hole is actually where the barbecue lives. And over if you can show them the barbecue. Yeah, so the barbecue Okay, come back. Yeah, the original plan was to stick the barbecue on this sliding drawer and to have it physically mounted there, but we actually found that it's better, it's a better use of space if it just sits in there and you take it out and put it away, and then you've got this extra little space that you can put your plates and stuff on. And then for travelling, I have this all connected up here for travelling, because when you're going up over the hills and stuff, the fridge opens up and all the food falls out. So I just got that there like that. The fridge, just a little 230 volt fridge, 69 litres, about a couple of $100. And yeah, we've just got cupboards here. Again, you know, you've got your 230 volt display up here. We've got 12.9 volts at the moment, so that's pretty cool. USB chargers and a 12 volt socket outlet for external power. I've got a socket outlet down there for the fridge, and I've put this isolation switch up here for the fridge, so you can turn that off if you wanted to keep the power on but not run the fridge for whatever reason. Got a little magnetic, what do you call those things? Knife rack up there for my tools. This is actually a pretty good use of space up here as well. You've got this non-slip mat that stays up there, and then when you're traveling you can put stuff up there and it just stays there, and then you get to your destination, it's already there, and you can just lift it out, put it on the ground or whatever. Rubbish bin, oh my god, it's full, sorry about that. But you don't know how useful the rubbish bin is. It is like, you know, instead of like you trying to find a bag to stick your stuff in, you just whoop. That's awesome. This is like a junk drawer, and a gas cooker in here, so when it's windy, pop it in there, boil your jug, you've got a cup of coffee. Alright, moving, I think that's about it. It's a bit low at the moment because I actually found a little hole to stick one of the tyres in, so it's just, the ground's a bit high here and it's a bit low there, so that's why I can normally walk under here without hitting my head, but that's why that's like that. And I keep slapping myself because there's sandflies. Moving around, we've got this tent here. This is called an Oz tent. Bought it a couple of years ago, and so at the moment, yeah, the kids are all set up in here, and what I've done is I've just connected it with some hooks here that I've physically screwed in. It's not the best solution at the moment, but the plan moving forward is to build a nice roof rack that the tent can go on top of, and then we can lift it off and it'll have a proper caravan connector on there. It should be all good. Another external light which seems to have a little bit of water in it. It absolutely bucketed down last night, and everybody was safe and dry and warm. We've got an air vent here for the fridge, another hook there, got a little citronella candle burning away to keep the sandflies away, and some insect repellent, insect spray. Yeah, so the kids are in here at night, just on stretchers, and they quite like that. That's good. Alright, so I made the doors. I didn't want to import doors from America. It was going to cost about $2,000 for each door, so I just decided to make my own. And you got those, like I say, you got those little door holdy open thingies, which hold the door open so it stops it flapping around in the wind. Now, the boudoir. Okay, so time for bed. You've got your little, there's a full-size double mattress in there, and what you do is just open the door and take your jandals off, and you just stick your bum in there, and scooch around, and you lie down, and your sleeping bag, and that's bed. And I'll give you a bit of a tour of what's going on in here. So up here, I've just got these little lights. Got an air vent here. The doors, you can lock them from the inside, so it's got a deadlock on it, just in case you're worried about that kind of thing. What about curtains, I hear you say? I haven't built curtains yet, but I have built these. I've just got some magnets up here in the corners. And I've taped some tiny bits of metal onto the back of, this is an old, sun visor for your car thing, so I've just done that. And then, yeah, you've got your 230 volts up here, and you've got your 12 volts USB charger, which is actually charging an iPad, which is sitting there at the moment. You've got book storage, and the plan is to have this cupboard just on some sort of system, so you can put a laptop on it, so you can sit in here and watch movies or whatever. Yeah, that's that. Alright, so there's a couple of things that I do need to do, and one of them is, like I said, a roof rack. Okay, so I do want to put a roof rack on, so I can put the tent on and other stuff like my paddleboard maybe, and maybe the kids want to take up paddleboarding and be like their dad, I don't know. And the other thing is another little roof rack up here, so we can put firewood on, so we can bring our own firewood, so we can have nice fires out here. Also, spare tyre is probably going to get mounted up here, maybe the gas bottle. What else? We've got to put a kitchen sink in. At the moment we're carrying like a 10 litre water container around. That's not really ideal, so probably some sort of underneath steel water container somewhere around by the back axle, and maybe a little water pump that comes back up into a little sink in the galley. And that's it. That's a tour. That's a tour of my camper. Took me 6 months to build. I started in June, finished a day after Boxing Day. Still not finished, obviously. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, and if you're gonna build your own one, please do, because it's well worth it. Anyway, so like and subscribe. Thanks.